What will a narcissist do when you catch them in a lie? You will be surprised to see it. Hey everyone, I'd like to say hello and welcome to another movie. A lot of my movies show how narcissists hurt the people who should love them the most by being mean and violent to them. This person is flattering you and smiling big because they think you are weak and easily fooled. Narcissists often tell themselves lies to boost their self-esteem, even though they know those lies aren't true. Being narcissistic means that a person has two different personalities. One personality is beautiful and nice to other people, and the other personality is mean and cruel to themselves and the people close to them. Almost like a snake, their behavior became more hostile and angry as soon as they shut the door. Their manipulation skills are top-notch, and they can wreck people's lives. Not likely, a narcissist will change, and if they do, you'll be the one hurt. To put it another way, you should leave if you don't feel totally at ease. Why do you think it's possible that poison would not make you sick? Does anyone who has never learned how to swim decide to do it anyway? Why do you think it's okay to carry a snake that could kill you? Someone who is narcissistic doesn't care if what they say is right or wrong for the situation. Several things can make a narcissist more likely to lie. Part of the problem is that they are used to it now. They are able to trick themselves. They don't want to face it, talk about it with themselves, or have other people agree with them. They have severe self-doubt, but will do anything to hide it, even from themselves and other people. Looking back, they would say they didn't know they said something like that. The truth is always ignored because it shows how weak something is. You put yourself at risk of feeling lonely and helpless when you stop talking to your real self. Narcissists use emotional trickery to keep us from knowing the truth about them, while taking advantage of the fact that we are weak. Furthermore, they have a strong dislike for other people, which shapes a lot of their actions. They hate you even more because you're smiling and acting happy. I hope this movie shows how true it is that narcissists hate everyone else. The narcissist doesn't care what you've done for them, good or bad, and they don't want to say sorry to you. They are the center of everything. A person who doesn't like you for no reason is an extreme case of vanity. For this video, I'll show you why narcissists are the least trustworthy type of person. Remember that a narcissist might dislike you for a lot of different reasons. This is always the case, no matter if the narcissist is your father, a close friend, a family member, a business partner, a love interest, or any other kind of partner. As far as narcissists are concerned, they can do anything bad. People can dislike you even if they've never met you, because you have something they want but can't have. Also, you should know that no amount of love from you will change their mind. They won't like you more if you take care of their wants, but not their needs. It will save you a lot of time and work to just follow the rules. Here are 3 examples that show a narcissist has no good reason to be angry at you. One possibility is that they find you motivating and want to be as successful as you are. Because they are naturally jealous, narcissists often find themselves in this kind of situation. This person is envious of us, not because we are smarter or richer, but because we are happy with our lives. What this means is that even though they try to make us feel small, we have everything they could ever want. Because of us, they can now have a reason to be happy and hopeful. It's the same for jealous people. They just want to be left alone to do what makes them happy. Their anger toward us comes from wanting to be as successful as we are. People would take those things away from us if they could, even if it meant breaking our weak smiles. What comes next is, narcissists may hate you for no reason because you bother them with their very existence. Because of their fear, they now look at you with mistrust and anger. If they are not in any danger, they can't stop worrying that someone will betray them, attack them, or hurt them. But it makes them look bad to everyone even people who care about them. They don't have the emotional ability to understand how others feel or the social skills to keep relationships that matter. Narcissists think that everyone they talk to is planning something bad to happen to them. Narcissists are bad company because they have a lot of flaws and worries that they'd rather not show. They act angrily and hatefully toward others when they are worried too much. The last thing is that they hate themselves inside, which makes their irrational dislike of others make sense. Someone who really doesn't like themselves or their limits, even though they try hard not to. The fact that they know they are unhappy makes their already hard lives even more stressful and full of fear. Narcissists will act happy when they really aren't in order to get your attention. Neither their relationships nor their accomplishments stand out. Narcissists are known for being very private, and they will do anything to keep the people they care about from finding out who they really are and how much pain and shame they are in. They suffer because they care too much about what other people think of them and have low self-esteem as a result. A narcissist will always have a negative view of life, and nothing they do or have will ever make them feel better about themselves. Here are 3 things that show how much the narcissist wants to hurt or destroy you. I hope this video taught you something new and useful. As always, feel free to add your thoughts on the subject of narcissists in the space given below. Click the bell icon to follow our feed. You might want to like this video if you liked it. Thank you very much. Hello. Welcome to another step in our journey of breaking free from narcissists. Today, let's explore the hidden emotions that narcissists feel when you decide to liberate yourself from their toxic influence. But before we dive into this revealing exploration, click the subscribe button to stay connected for more valuable insights and updates. Let's navigate the complex world of narcissism together. There's a common belief that narcissists don't feel any pain or distress when their victims break free. It seems like they always have a new source of attention, making their emotions seem unimportant. However, it's crucial to understand that while I can share my perspective, I can't speak for every narcissist. When you abruptly sever ties with a narcissist, it takes them by surprise, cutting deep into their emotional core. It's a visceral, gut-wrenching sensation, an emotional tempest that shakes them to their very foundation. But let's be clear, I'm sharing this not to entice you into reconsidering your decision or granting them a second chance. Just because I acknowledge that narcissists feel pain when someone walks away does not mean you should second-guess your choice. Remember, you made the decision to leave precisely because they inflicted immense pain upon you. Now let's delve into the heart of the matter. It's time to confront the harsh reality. Narcissists have subjected you to unbearable agony, a tumultuous ride of suffering that has left you battered and scarred. You've endured the consequences of their actions, the erosion of trust, and the utter disregard for the sacred boundaries of your relationship. It is precisely these agonizing experiences that prompted you to declare enough is enough. You've summoned the courage to walk away from this toxic dynamic, choosing self-preservation and the liberation that comes with prioritizing your own well-being, freedom, and happiness above the torment you've endured. It's astonishing how frequently narcissists act as if they never anticipated your departure. They appear genuinely taken aback when confronted with the reality that you've chosen to sever all ties and initiate no contact. It's akin to changing the access code to your life, a necessary step for your own well-being. Once they realize you're truly gone, many of them undergo a tumultuous emotional upheaval, cycling through stages of pain. Some become obsessively fixated on your absence. Initially, they deny the gravity of the situation, believing it's just another run-of-the-mill breakup. They downplay the significance of the moment, viewing it as a mere temporary setback. Denial is soon replaced by disbelief as the weight of the situation dawns on them, and they comprehend that you've indeed departed. They grapple with the bewildering fact that you've actually done it, struggling to fathom it. Then the blame game begins. Anger engulfs them as they point accusatory fingers in your direction, alleging that you never truly loved or cared for them. Their fury intensifies, questioning how you could abandon them in such a manner, comparing your actions to those who've deserted them in the past, and unleashing their emotional pain. Here's a surprising reality. For certain narcissists, even as they forge new connections, moving on doesn't equate to extinguishing the emotions they once held for you. It's a complexity that defies simplicity. We've all embarked on new chapters in our lives, yet found lingering sentiments for past partners. This is the very reason some narcissists rush into new relationships. They seek refuge from unresolved emotions of the past. However, they've yet to confront and process these deeply buried feelings, casting a shadow over their new relationships, miming the unfinished chapters of yesteryears. It's confounding truth that even when narcissists seemingly move on swiftly to new supplies or appear deeply affected by your departure, those actions stem from profound pain. But upon realizing your genuine detachment, they're thrust into a whirlwind of emotions: bewilderment, remorse, and eventually rage. Anger ignites a spree of compulsive and vindictive behaviors. They become unwaveringly persistent, incessantly reaching out, showing up uninvited, leaving desperate notes, bombarding you with calls. Concurrently, they're plotting that backup plan, securing another source in case you don't return. Heaven forbid, the fear of losing you forever compels them to exhibit erratic and obsessive conduct while simultaneously laying the foundation for a new relationship or hunting for a fresh target. Narcissists, devoid of shame yet masters of sidestepping accountability, endeavor to justify their actions within their own twisted reality. They declare they're moving on because you left them while secretly clutching hope for your return. They'll say and do whatever it takes to ensnare you again. Their methods may involve relentless obsession, and if that fails, unyielding anger takes the reins. Beware, for an enraged narcissist can be exceedingly perilous. Hence, I beseech you, if you choose to depart, sometimes it's wiser to do so discreetly, shaking their world to the core. The mere thought of your life beyond them can catapult their instability to hazardous heights. As you break free, the meticulously constructed facade crumbles, leaving them disoriented and bewildered. This wasn't part of their script. Overwhelmed by the unforeseen, they might lash out, attempting to deflect blame onto you. It's essential to recognize that traces of truth might linger in their reactions. Yet navigating a narcissist's realm at this level can be treacherous. Be prepared for the storm to escalate to unimaginable proportions. You know firsthand how adept they are at pushing things to extremes. Here's the high reality. Narcissists can spiral into depression post your departure. Some might resort to manipulative tactics, uttering phrases like, "I'm so despondent, I might end it all." Should you encounter such statements, I implore you not to shoulder this burden solo. Reach out to a mental health crisis hotline or request a wellness check. Involvement may inadvertently make you another target, so it's best to seek professional assistance. Always bear in mind that the paramount concern is your safety and well-being. While possessing empathy and compassion is commendable, it is equally vital to ensure you maintain the strength necessary for taking crucial steps, including seeking external assistance. Narcissists can veer into dangerous territory when their world starts to crumble. Despite the semblance of truth in their emotions, prioritizing the safety of all involved parties is imperative. Let me be clear, their words may sound sincere, but that doesn't guarantee lasting change. It simply shows their strong attachment to you and fear of being alone. When you express your desire to leave, they might react emotionally, even losing control. If it becomes unsafe, involve authorities to ensure your safety. If you have children with them, be prepared for the possibility of them using the kids to manipulate and hurt you. Sadly, this is a reality we can't ignore. Your safety and well-being come first. Is there a surefire way to unleash vengeance upon the self-absorbed, like a narcissist? It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? But let's resist the urge to dive into their toxic realm. Instead, the key lies in cutting off communication and focusing on personal growth. Sure, it's understandable to feel the burn of anger when you're the one enduring their abuse. Your emotions are valid, even if others don't quite grasp the depth of your turmoil. Harnessing that anger as a driving force for healing can be empowering, but veering into irrational rage is a slippery slope. Today, let's delve into the essential strategies for navigating interactions with narcissists. If you're hungry for more insights, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on future uploads. You'll be the first to know when fresh content hits the channel. Now let's reclaim our sense of agency. Have you ever found yourself consumed by wrath towards a narcissist? How do you manage the intensity of those emotions? Sharing your experiences in the comments can offer solace to others who've walked a similar path. After all, solidarity is a powerful antidote to isolation. First and foremost, it's time to stop suppressing your fury. When confronted with narcissists or scenarios involving their presence, most people tend to bury their anger deep within, fearing its potential repercussions. Little do they realize that anger is simply another facet of human emotion, albeit one that can be particularly potent in the face of narcissistic abuse. Reflect on the havoc wreaked by these manipulative individuals. The deceit, the broken promises, the hollow assurances of a better tomorrow, all mere facades to further their own agenda. As they ensnare you in their web of manipulation, they chip away at your sense of self, leaving behind a mere shell of who you once were, discarded and disregarded like a piece of unwanted furniture. The magnitude of such betrayal is undeniably excruciating, reverberating through countless lives, each one touched by the narcissist's callous disregard for others' well-being. It's no wonder you're consumed by a desire to exact vengeance upon them. But let me be clear, I'm not advocating for succumbing to such impulses. Rather, it's about acknowledging the validity of your anger, embracing it as a natural response to their egregious actions. After all, why should you treat them any differently than they've treated you? It's time to assert your understanding and recognition of your own rage as a catalyst for reclaiming your sense of self. Let's delve into the narcissist's desires within the relationship. Narcissists crave nothing more than to strip you of your autonomy and individuality. They despise the notion of you having control over your own life, setting boundaries, or asserting independence. Their ultimate goal is to render you utterly devoid of self-worth, reducing you to a state of degradation and humiliation. That's why you often found yourself isolated and alone, suffocating under the weight of their abhorrent treatment. Their manipulation was calculated to erase your identity, leaving you as nothing more than a compliant doormat for their convenience. The controllers feared the possibility of you discovering your true potential if granted freedom. By exerting dominance over every facet of your being, they maintained a sense of power and superiority. Their aversion to your autonomy stemmed from their own lack thereof. Armed with this understanding of the narcissist's insidious tactics, you're better equipped to make informed decisions moving forward. Use this insight as fuel to take decisive action against their manipulative grasp. Next, let's aim for victory against them. But how? The narcissist envisioned you exactly as they desired, so let's delve deeper into this. Counter their desires with actions that are the polar opposite. Why? Because, much like the mythical phoenix rising from the ashes, you possess the potential for rebirth and renewal if you're willing to put in the necessary work. This resilience is precisely what narcissists detest witnessing in others. By prioritizing your healing and fortifying yourself against future encounters with narcissists, you render their manipulative efforts futile. Asserting boundaries, safeguarding your resources, and embracing your individuality are all acts of defiance that chip away at their illusion of control. Despite their inflated sense of self-importance, their actual influence is minimal. They fancy themselves as all-knowing and omnipotent, but in reality they are neither. Their greatest source of frustration lies in witnessing you seize control of your life and effect positive changes. Your triumph serves as a glaring reminder of their inability to manipulate you as they once did. They anticipated your emotional unraveling, yet you defied their expectations. Your refusal to succumb to their pessimism strikes at the very core of their being, leaving them bitterly disappointed. Their efforts have come to naught, a testament to their own incompetence. It's truly unfortunate for them that their machinations have yielded such dismal results. Let's reimagine this advice. Instead of bottling up your anger, why not channel it into constructive outlets? Embrace your fury as a catalyst for healing and growth, utilizing it to propel yourself forward. In essence, if you seek retribution against a narcissist, consider redirecting your rage inward, using it as fuel to overcome the trauma inflicted upon you. Remember, the pain you endured was inevitable, but it doesn't have to define you. Strive to cultivate relationships built on familiarity, trust, and authenticity, fostering an environment conducive to mutual growth. Acknowledge your anger and seek productive ways to release it, harnessing its energy to fuel your journey towards recovery. Unfortunately, time constraints prevent me from delving further into this topic today. I apologize for any inconvenience caused. I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below and encourage you to subscribe, like, and share this video with others. Stay tuned for updates on our next major video. Until then, wishing you a fulfilling week ahead.